What's going on, guys? What's going on, Thai Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, the Minnesota Timberwolves dominated the Lakers this whole playoff series against the the Minnesota Timberwolves versus Lakers series. And I'm going to say this. Anthony Edwards, he's not playing around. He's not playing around. Anthony Edwards isn't playing around. And let me get the elephant out of the room and say this. It's that Minnesota, the Timberwolves, they aren't playing around because, hey, they got to the conference finals. They got to the conference finals last year. And Luka and the Dallas Mavericks knocked them out last year. And when you have Luka on the Los Angeles Lakers, let me just get this straight out. When you have Luka on the Los Angeles Lakers, when you have a LeBron James that is 40 years old and playing at a high level that LeBron James has been at, you could say that we didn't know that the Timberwolves would end it in 5. I basically thought that this series was going to be very interesting, like go to 5 or 6 games. But when you say Anthony Edwards, he wants to ball out. He wants to get those easy money buckets. He wants to get those Jam City dunks. Anthony Edwards isn't playing around this playoffs. He isn't like playing around. He's more motivated. Anthony Edwards won a gold medal with LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Devin Booker, that crew in the Olympics. So Anthony Edwards learned some stuff from LeBron James. He learned some stuff from Steph Curry. He learned some stuff from Kevin Durant in the Olympics on being on Team USA. But when you say and you look past, when you say that Anthony Edwards looks more motivated, the Timberwolves definitely looks more motivated. You can say that the Timberwolves really wanted to win this game and dominated the Lakers all the way because Rudy Gobert had a 24-20 game. I'm starting to believe, let me get the elephant out of the room. I'm starting to believe that Rudy Gobert wants to win a championship. Rudy Gobert has Defense Players of the Years. Mike Conley on the Minnesota Timberwolves wants to win a championship. it just seems like Anthony Edwards, you knocked out Kevin Durant last year in the playoffs in 4 games against the Phoenix Suns. You knocked out you just knocked out LeBron James out of the playoffs. One of the greatest players of all time. And one of the GOATs. And I think the next matchup for Anthony Edwards is going to be Steph Curry. We've seen we've seen the Lakers just have a good season. JJ Redick is an amazing head coach. But when you have Luka and LeBron, the Lakers want to keep on competing for championships. But the question is, how many championships are the Lakers? Because we just saw the Minnesota Timberwolves dominate the Lakers. The Lakers have no bigs. Well, they do have Jackson Hayes. I think Game 4, if you go back and look at it, JJ Redick didn't sit LeBron James. Didn't give LeBron James a breather. Didn't give Austin Reeves a breather. Luka a breather. Didn't give Rui a breather. That Game 4, I think the Lakers should have made more of a adjustment to get the game in Game 4, because if JJ Redick is a good coach, he had a 50-game win season, put the Lakers in the 3rd seed. We definitely do not know why the Lakers made that decision Game 4. Because everybody was saying, let me get the elephant out of the room. Everybody was saying, Lakers in 5. And I think Anthony Edwards heard that. Anthony Edwards heard Lakers in 5, and the Lakers are out of the playoffs. And for me, I did not say, let me clarify something and let me get the elephant out of the room. I did not say Lakers in 5. That is what everybody else was saying. Either Lakers in 5, Lakers or 6. Because tell me this. All right, let me say this. Is what I'm trying to say. The Minnesota Timberwolves, if they go back to the West Conference Finals, and if they go to the West Conference Finals again, or to the NBA Finals, Do you think the Minnesota Timberwolves would be a another great, better team? Another great, better team than what we're seeing this season so far? Because we're seeing how Anthony Edwards learned from LeBron James in the Olympics. He learned from Kevin Durant. He learned something from Steph Curry. When you're around the greats of the game of basketball, when you're around the greats of the game of basketball, or around greats, you learn something. And I think Anthony Edwards took his game up to another level. We can say that. We can say that Anthony Edwards took his game up to another level this season because Anthony Edwards really, really, it looks like Anthony Edwards. I know he doesn't want to be the new face of the league. He doesn't want to be the new face of the league. But we have to put Jason Tatum in that conversation. But it looks like the torch has been passed. Because LeBron James, how great he is, and we don't know yet if LeBron James is going to come back. I hope LeBron James comes back. And I know I'm getting off topic here, but I hope LeBron James comes back. But this series for the Lakers against the Minnesota Timberwolves, it just was not the type of series that I thought the this series for the Lakers would go. Because you definitely had Anthony Edwards put the clamps on LeBron James. You had Nas Reed put the clamps on LeBron James. You had certain guys go up to guard the greatest player of all time, guard Luka, and put the clamps on Luka. And all you can say is that last game, Austin Reeves had a good game, 17 points. But when you let Rudy Gobert go off and have a 24-point, 20 rebound game, I'm almost agreeing with Shaq, and I can't believe I'm going to say this too. It's that Rudy Gobert looks like right now top 5 or top 10 centers of all time that can dominate the game. I wouldn't put Rudy Gobert above Shaq, above Kareem, above Wilt, above the great Bill Russell. I wouldn't do that for all centers of all time. I'm just saying, after seeing Rudy Gobert dominate the game, it seems like Rudy Gobert, that game 5, looked like a dominated center. You had Mike Conley getting easy money buckets. Anthony Edwards getting easy money buckets. The Minnesota Timberwolves was just the better team. Because I think let me get the elephant in the room. I think Shaq made a good point. Is that Rudy Gobert was dominating that first half against the Lakers. And uh, you let him still dominate the rest of the game. The Lakers have no sit. The Lakers have no. They didn't play Jackson Hayes. I don't get why the Lakers didn't play Jackson Hayes. Let me just get that out. I would say if I was the Lakers, I would go probably if I was the Lakers. Let me get the elephant out of the room. I would still go with Luka. I would still start Luka. I would still start Austin Reeves. I would start Vanderbilt. Because what Jarrett Vanderbilt did game 2 or game 3 was stopped Anthony Edwards. Put the clamps on Anthony Edwards game 2 or game 3. And you basically, if the Lakers started Jarrett Vanderbilt, this would be a totally different series and a totally different conversation that we would be having right now. Because, let me ask you this. Let me say this. Is that the Lakers want to win championships. We still don't know if LeBron James is going to come back or not. Because LeBron James is 40. If LeBron James comes back, he wants to get ring number 5. But when you look how this series was played, and you look how Anthony Edwards just came in and dominated. Rudy Gobert dominated. There's nothing that you can say about it. Like, there's nothing that you can say that Anthony Edwards can do that the Minnesota Timberwolves will probably play the Golden State Warriors next. And if Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves are able to beat the Golden State Warriors, I would say that series, I would say Anthony Edwards really has to be in that conversation with the face of the league. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody. In peace.